Green Arrow number 29. Benjamin Percy writing, Jean-E Faria on art. So Ollie's in Gotham. He was in Metropolis last issue. So he's went from Wonder Woman to Superman. Now he's to Batman, and obviously we'll talk about the end of this where he's heading next and with who. So once again, Faria and the art is just killer. Do you know what I'm loving?
His Batman is one of the best I've ever seen.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I will say this. I love that he gives him proper ears. It's not these stupid little dinky things. No. He gives him proper Batman ears.
I know, that first, like, you know, when you see Batman coming down, you know, the cloak spread, and you can just see the purple against the green light of the background.
But even when you see him in the reflection of the blood and you see the ears. Like,
that was one of my favourite pages, was like Bullock and that in the blood, because it opens with like this victim who's been killed in like an alleyway or something like that, and it's like Bullock's talking to the cop, and it's like in the blood. Great page. As good as his Batman is, and I do love some of like, you know, Batman like going into the sewer, and it's like it's that side view where it's like almost like a cut up of the sewer, and you can see like the people in their basements on either side of the sewer entrance.
Did you see the artist chained to his table?
Yeah, I saw that.
That I was like, is he telling us something?
Right. All that was great. I do think though he draws Ollie better than he does Batman. I don't know if that may sound strange, but
no, that one where it's the reflection through the glass.
Yeah.
It's just after the blood because it parallels with the red wine.
The two pages for me that really stuck out that I thought were great images, and they're both the Green Arrow, is one. So he basically infiltrates the Talons, and there's the panel of them taking off the mask, the Talon mask. I think that's a fantastic panel. Yeah. And then the other one is basically the next page. I think it's the full page spread of him taking the full suit off. But it's like, you know, and it's just he's in the shadows. You see the goatee, the green. It's a beautiful page. Like it works so well.
Fry is something else, isn't he?
Yeah, the art was killing it this week on Green Arrow.
But I really enjoy his Batman, and that should mean a lot coming from me. You know. So
I think it's the way he plays with the cape.
Yeah, it's exactly. Tim Sale does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's So basically there's victims down here in the tunnels of Gotham, and Batman and Ollie basically run into each other. Ollie gets one of the Talons, and he's like questioning him, and he basically lets him hang as if he's going to let him die, and then Batman intervenes and like cuts the rope. And he's like, "I knew you were there, Batman. You were going to save him. It's fine."
Yeah.
And you know, Batman's like, you know, people keep telling me you're not a murderer. Don't prove them wrong. Like it's just Batman being Batman. But no, it's
I like that Percy really highlighted the difference between Ollie and Bruce, because that's one of the things that gets thrown out there a lot. That Green Arrow is just a lesser version of Batman, but here it really defined their characters where. You know.
Yeah, he points out that, you know, Bruce pretends to be, you know, a playboy, but Oliver actually was that, and it's the idea that Bruce has never really had that experience of being that person. It's just an act, whereas Oliver's actually had to overcome that and become a better person.
I love that there's that big sort of page where they're arguing about like who they are, and Oliver says, like, if your family was anything like mine, you're better off without them. Like, it's a really dark line actually, but it kind of shows the difference. He's like, Bruce is.
And we know his mom is the big bad waiting in the wings.
Yeah, he doesn't even know that. But like Bruce, Bruce is a character who's defined because he had a good family and lost them. Oliver's is defined by the fact that he has a really shitty family, and while they've been absent for some time, their secrets keep coming up to bite him in the ass and keep causing trouble.
I love the layout of the panel. You know, where he says that line where. It's kind of the outline of the bow, but then the wings of the bat that kind of defines the panel, and it's something else. That
it's a statement that his Batman's so good, but I think I prefer his daytime Superman as opposed to his sewer Batman.
Yeah. Either way, it's all good.
It's all good.
I think I prefer the full figure of Superman, but Batman's just face and the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the way. It's
really
the way
breaking it down there, Connor.
Yeah, nitty gritty. We're getting to the nitty gritty now. Yeah. Superman's chin is better than Batman's chin.
But every time you have like the close up on the faces, that's when it's the best. I think. Other than like the really silhouette shots, it's those like the headshots that just look amazing.
Okay. So yeah, basically they end up working together. He actually trusts them. One of the burned men are down there, and they end up working together to save the innocent person and stop the bad guy. And like, and again, much like Superman, it ends with them on a roof, like doing their thing.
Yeah, and I like these, like, hey, you're supposed to be gone when I turn around, but you're still there.
Because he's got intel for him. He wants to help with these whole this whole deal. And basically, he's tracked that what he's looking for is actually orbital. There's like a satellite or a space station that he needs to go to, and he's like, "Yeah, call a friend. Use a signal."
Look, I'm telling you now, this is not the only reference this week. But the way he says there's an eye in the sky, I'm calling it Brother Eye is coming up.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know if this particular thing is a reference to it.
I don't know. The way "eye in the sky" is in bold.
Sure, but I don't think he literally means Brother Eye though.
Maybe not. But I think combine that with the other one this week, it's feeling like a hint.
I'm with Connor on this. That it's Brother Eye, because
you think the nine circles using Brother Eye?
I do, because then that takes it out of Bruce Wayne. Because why would Bruce Wayne have created this stuff, right?
What's that?
So the Brother Eye, because that's traditionally what it is. It comes from Wayne Tech, and so. But if it's the Ninth Circle corrupting Wayne Tech stuff in order to create Brother Eye, then
in the same way they just did with the latest cop chips and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, these are fair points. It's weird then that Batman would just let Ollie go and deal with it. Like, why isn't Batman concerned that like his stuff's been taken? And that's my only dispute with it. Is it doesn't really to me, Batman, if his stuff's being corrupted by someone else, it doesn't sound like he's concerned about that.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like he's just saying, no, there's a satellite or whatever that you need to go to. But so basically, he gives him this little thing, and you see the Green Lantern symbol. So obviously, I'm assuming it's Hal that he's going to go to. Maybe not. Maybe he'll go to one of the others, but probably Hal.
Yeah, it should be Hal for Oliver, really.
Probably, yeah. That said, though, I mean, I can see some fun happening if he goes to Simon and Jess.
I can see the fun being like if he puts out the signal, hoping for Hal, and one of the others shows up.
Yeah, or if it's John, like because he's the head of the Corps.
Yeah.
Maybe?
No?
I don't know. Maybe?
But I mean, it's called Hard Traveling Heroes. If Al doesn't show up, I'm going to riot. That's all.
Just like if it's Kyle, I'm punching someone.
But better than Guy.
Let me just say that... No. You take that back. Take it back.
No. Kyle's better than Guy. End discussion.
No. So my main problem with this issue is how they treated the owls. Just like when Snyder had created them, and in that first arc, they feel like this unbeatable force that took Batman to the limit.
Mm.
And now they just seem kind of like generic.
Another
villains.
thing that's in Gotham. Honestly,
yeah.
As much as that is an issue, I can't really fault because almost anything that's like this ends up doing that. Like anything.
No, I know. I just
wish anything you introduce and establish like this, and then it keeps around. Like if you take it away and don't use it, and then have it come up later, yeah, it'll still have the impact. But anything like this where you establish that it's an ongoing thing that's always there, they can't always be the biggest threat ever. They have to kind of become a bit more normal, or it just doesn't work.
Well, no, but between this and that first Nightwing arc, they've been neutered big time. Like
I think the way I'm looking at it is the idea is before that they were so powerful because no one actually knew they existed, so the secrecy was their strength.
Also,
but now that Batman's kind of shared it around, these people, they know the owls are there, so they're not as big a threat anymore.
Even before sharing it around, I think there's just an argument to be made that he weakened them anyway because he took X members out and whatnot.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you do here? I mean, you're using a secret society, type thing with the underground men.
And to be fair, they tie in quite nicely to the whole Nine Circle, like the whole idea of the secret society.
I'm saying that. I just thought that Green Arrow took out the Talons way too easy. You know what I mean? Like, because he had to have taken them out in order to, take the uniform and dress up. Yeah. So, and we had a whole night of owls that it's a small thing, but I kind of like them being the creepy, hidden in the shadows type deal.
So, obviously, the one thing we'll not talk about is the final page, which is, we'll be getting like 1 or 2 pages per issue with the actual Star City stuff with Emmy and Black Canary and whatnot. And basically, hacked into the whole thing, and they've basically, the woman that Oliver was supposed to have killed is actually being held captive. She's alive. So they set out to go and prove it, to obviously get him out of harm's way.
Sure. So. Yeah. And because I was like, what are Canary? Are we just getting only Batman here? And then boom, we hit the last part, and it's Emmy and Dinah.
Yeah.
It's because I had the cliffhanger. That's why it was at the end.
That's fine. I mean, had they not, that's cool. But I didn't notice it until I had turned the page. I was like, oh, there they are.